You know what I call this chart?
Big green dildo of love.
The big green phantom going to the moon. This is going to the moon. Now, yesterday you said that you wouldn't get the community in. I don't know if you remember, but I said I think that there's still some space to run. What do you think now?
Right, we've been in for the last month. You know what I mean? The community is supposed to be in from $1 to $2. You know what I mean? Where's our portfolio? You got the portfolio there.
I have got the portfolio.
You'll see very much. We've had that portfolio there. The main thing is it was just telling the guys we got our entries. Let it ride.
All right, our portfolio is at 94,105. So that's in a week. It's gone up $20,000. Not bad. Very good. Very good. Okay, so we've got a big show today. We're going to be talking about alts. We are going to apologize to the community. We're going to give the community a big apology today. And we're going to be doing giveaways. We're going to give away MetaWars. I think there are 5. Jimmy, how many MetaWars are left? 5 MetaWars. Jimmy, you need to focus, bro. You need to pay attention about what's going on in the show. The last couple of days, you haven't been paying attention. I get that feeling. All right, so we're going to have a big show. Let's get the show on the road. What do you say? Yo, 419,531 of you, 530 of you, welcome. You guys are the Banter fam. I'm Crypto Man Run. That's Sheldino Tentino. We come to you every day, bringing you crypto love, crypto wisdom, and life-changing returns. I mean, if you got into Fantom, then it's probably almost time.
Let me show you. You know, people keep talking about this whole CoinPanel thing, right? Look at this. Do you see your entries?
It's all on CoinPanel.
See where you would be entering. This is why yesterday I was saying I'm relaxed with our entries because this is where we've been sitting for the last 2 weeks and been telling you to stock up. So definitely worth it.
Yeah. Look, we do say to you guys, first of all, subscribe to our channel. If you're new to our channel, subscribe. This is the right place to be. Like our content, get it out there. If you are a subscriber to the channel, you stand a chance to win the next giveaway we're doing, which is MetaWars. We're going to be giving away $100 in pre-IDO tokens. If it does 100x, you get $10,000, and it's just simple. This is MetaWars. If you don't know what MetaWars is, it's a game. It is launching on the 28th on Red Kite, on 1 or 2 other launch pads, I think GameFi and a couple of other launch pads. And Banter community is getting 10 times $100. So everybody's going to make a lot of money. Before that, speaking of CoinPanel, I think when we're wrong, we have to apologize to our community. And I think we did something yesterday which was against the ethic of Banter. And I think we need to apologize to the community and we need to commit never to do it again. And I also want to thank the person who had the guts to bring up this mistake that I think we made. This is the mistake that I think we made. And I felt it at the time when we did it. And I shouldn't have done it, but we did it. It says, the free show we were promised is slowly turning into a paid show. And it's a long thing on our Reddit. But what he says here is, he says, we did something yesterday where we said, if you want the last call, it's only available to those people on CoinPanel. And to be honest, as I said it, I realized that that's not the Banter ethic. So we are going to bring sponsors onto the show if we think the sponsors are going to make your lives easier. Also, ultimately, we are running a business. Like we have bills to pay. We have 45 people that are working full time at Crypto Banter. we have researchers, we have social media managers, we have producers. Believe it or not, even Fred gets a salary. I know that sounds crazy, but Fred actually does get a salary every month. And so does Jimmy. And so do all the researchers that bring you this amazing content. And somehow we have to pay the bills. We're not going to be able to pay the bills using YouTube revenue because YouTube give you less revenue than there is water in the desert. Like what YouTube basically give you nothing. So we are going to bring on sponsors. The criteria for our sponsorship is to make sure that the sponsors that we bring must add value to our community. And that's why we've turned down probably 100 sponsors. I actually even refunded some sponsors. But I do think that we should take responsibility. We have this ethic of bringing everything that we can for free to the Banter community, specifically on the shows. School is free. The shows are free. The giveaways are free. We try and do everything for free. And yesterday, I think we did something wrong by telling people that if they want the call, they can get it on CoinPanel. And so we'll never do that again. However, we are using CoinPanel to update you guys. We are using CoinPanel to update you guys because it's the only way that we can update you guys, because otherwise we would have to literally come live every time Sheldon's doing a tweet. Now, all the charts that are updated on CoinPanel have been updated for Sheldon. When were these charts updated?
These were updated this morning. And as the day passes, all stop losses updated for everyone. Guys, remember, on a single show, it's very tough for me to do all updates on everything every day. So this is just nice for me to update the charts, teach you guys how to read it, and then at least you always have it. I need you guys to be protected. I need you guys to run this bull run, you know what I mean, with us and just having the support. So that's the main goal.
Yeah. Okay, so the first thing is this guy who posted this, his name is Dullcase6394. I'm going to give you $200 of MetaWars because you brought something to our attention. You managed to call us out. And to be honest, we were wrong. We were wrong. We were wrong. We must accept the fact that we were wrong. And you have our pledge that we will watch out and never do that again. So to thank you for bringing us back, putting us in check, you get $200 of MetaWars. And I encourage all of you guys that if you think that we're doing something wrong, we are a family, we are a community. I felt bad as soon as I did it yesterday. I said, but you know, you're live, so things are happening quickly and you can't call it back. So I'm calling it back now and I'm taking the knock and I'm apologizing to all of you. It was my fault. We'll never do it again. Anyway, let's get into the charts of today because I think things are absolutely flying.
Looking fantastic, buddy. You know, everything's looking good. So simple thing, nothing to talk on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's holding trend. So that's the main thing. That's our little trend line. That's how we're going to detect Bitcoin for now. We're still looking at a sideways Bitcoin for the remainder of the next week. Just move sideways. And what that's allowing us to do, it's allowing dominance to have this small pullback. And what I like about dominance is obviously we got the lower low, which was great. And there's my little drawing there still. It looks like it's even a bit weaker than what I thought. So possibly this leg could actually go on a little bit longer to the downside. So it could maybe come down, let's say, to the 43, anywhere in that region. There may be a small little push up, but the main thing is I'm looking at dominance, especially over the next 2 weeks, to return back to the region of 41 to the 42 region, anywhere in that sort of zone, which is good. So at least Bitcoin running sideways, confidence is flowing in the market, also looking great. And I think the big ones, let's have a quick update on Fantom. What are you thinking, buddy? You told me this morning it's still going to double.
Yeah,
it's
I think
still
that
going to double.
Yeah, I still think that.
Yeah, I won't be buying, guys. We're in for now, but you know what I mean. If there's pullbacks, I agree with you. I agree with you. It's gonna go a lot more.
If you're in, don't sell, but put in a stop loss. If you're sorry, I'm just sitting on my own cable, so just a second.
Yeah. So on a stop loss, guys, to show you quickly now, because what's going to start happening now is we're going to start getting the really good entries as we did with RUNE, as we did now with Zil. Zil's also running 25% up in 3 days for us. When these trades start to make their way, they're gonna, you end up getting a coin that really starts to move. It's very simple. With Fantom, we were in from these levels over here. Anyway, now it's very simple. Put your stop loss under the previous low. So it gives it room for a small dip at any point and continuation. And you are just going to be shifting as Fantom goes. And if Fantom wants to go to $20, we're going to track it to $20. We're not going to guess where the price is going to end because, it could go a lot more than what we actually expect. And we don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot.
There's one thing about a stop loss. You have to be very careful not to put your stop loss too low below where the price is now because you have to allow for price fluctuations. What's happened to me in the past is, let's say Fantom's trading at $3.40. I put in my stop loss at $3.20. Then what happens is Fantom goes down to $3.15, and then it shoots up again.
Exactly.
So in your stop loss, you got to give the token some room to run. So like my gut, and maybe yours is a bit more scientific, but my stop loss now on Fantom, if I were trading it, would probably be at about $3.
Even that, it can easily come back there. You know what I mean? Look at this leg. So a little pullback at any point here and then continuing makes sense. But that little pullback can take it all the way back to 2.8. You know what I mean? So you don't want to. So what I'd be tracking with, especially on the daily, guys, and this is really nice and simple, is there was a breakout on Fantom. So when there was a breakout, there was a buy, there was stop loss. Then it trails up, come down, stochastic gets to the bottom. We then continue. Now I put my stop loss. So my stop loss would be sitting, around $2. And reason being is we will then know if this comes down and then we start making a lower high. I'd rather let you guys take profits than to have, a stupid little stoppage out. The problem is if you put it at 3.2 or 3, it's about an 80% chance you're going to get stopped out. And then where are you going to buy back? You have to remember that's why we get the critical entries. Guys, we're supposed to, we've been telling you guys to buy since $1, $1.20. Now all of a sudden it's $3. So even by putting a stop loss at $2 now, you are still 100% in profit. But you've just given it that room to continue up. That's why you have to be so damn patient and make sure that you get that one entry where all you got to fight now, and that's the same as the RUNE chart. Where is my RUNE chart over here?
The big thing about a stop loss, if there's any lesson that you're going to take away, it's one of the most important tools in trading. But putting a stop loss in too early is one of the biggest mistakes that you can make, because you'll get stopped out and then you won't catch the ride. And then emotionally, what you'll do is you'll be so cross that you'll buy in. You'll go back for that revenge trade, which means that you're buying more expensive. So don't put a stop loss in too early. You got to have big boy. You got to be willing to lose to gain.
Yeah. So when we took RUNE, RUNE we bought in the region of $8 to $9.2. We bought in this region over here. We then had a stop loss under the previous low. Now we're currently sitting 25% in profit. Now I've basically moved my stop loss up to 5% risk. And when the next low comes for RUNE and we have a small pullback and we continue, it's easy for me now. Put my stop loss just above entry and let that baby ride. And as it starts to move up in the thing, I can then track it as we move upwards.
Let's look at a Fantom trade. So let's look at the date when we opened that Fantom trade.
So Fantom,
we opened the trade.
So it was in the region of the 17th to the 19th of October was when the first one I gave you guys was in the region of the beginning of October at 1.1.
Okay, now how long would you hold this Fantom trade? Like, would you just hold it indefinitely as long as it keeps going up and doesn't touch the stop loss? Is it because I think a lot of people are under the misconception that you got to trade in and out. So you always got to have a trade in and a trade out.
No. Not when you get an entry like this. No way. Because what's the problem is by getting out, remember, you've now gotten your entry over here, right? Now all of a sudden you trade it, you get out, you get back in. Now you've lifted your entry over there. Then you trade in and out. Do you see what you're doing? You've just ruined all your hard work where one trade would have made you all the gains. You are lifting that entry up and up and up. And then all of a sudden one day, like we saw in May, we get this massive reversal candle and look where your entry is. And all the hard work you just did for the last 2 months has just disappeared. And that's where they nail you. So with this, it's very simple. If I had to show with Fantom, I will get the original chart up for you guys. I will just track momentum. So I will just track the momentum right now, and I'll be trailing my stop loss under the momentum. That's it. So my stop loss now, it can sit in the region of 2.3, 2.4. That's the momentum trade right now. I don't want to lose momentum. And I know at any point, if Fantom comes and tests this, I can add again. And my stop loss will be trailing at the bottom. So no buys right now. But if Fantom, when we start to pull back, we'll get some new buys again. Very simple.
While we're on Fantom, yesterday I showed the guys how you can make a lot of money on your Fantom. And the idea was that you take the Tomb token, which is actually just a tracker of Fantom. Tomb and Fantom are supposed to be pegged to one another. You stake your Fantom and your Tomb, and there's no impermanent loss because they're two pegged tokens, right? Like Fantom is pegged to Tomb, Tomb is pegged to Fantom. For as long as the peg gets capped, you don't have impermanent loss. So you can earn 245% APR, but you earn it in TShares. So you earn the return in TShares. And then you stake your TShares, one-sided stake, so no impermanent loss, and the APR there was over 300%. So you then take the TShares that you earn, and then you're getting 300% APR, and then you earn that as more TOOM. You sell 50% of those TOOM, you pair them with Fantom, you repeat the process. Yesterday, I told you guys that there was a tax on selling TOOM. And last night, the team from TOOM or someone from TOOM reached out to me and said, actually, there's no tax on selling TOOM or TShares. So that even makes it like much better. So now I would say the only risk here is that there is a unpegging of the peg, which can happen. So it is one of the things that can happen. But otherwise, it's a case of you can get 245% on your Fantom, and then you can take the 245% which you're earning in TShares, stake that, get 300 and odd so percent, earn back TOOM, restake your TOOM at 245%, and at the same time, while you're earning these TShares, look at what's happening to the price of TShares. I just have to show you this. I mean, I don't know, like this is, look, there is a chance that they will unpeg and you'll get impermanent loss, but otherwise, so just look at the 30-day chart of TShares. So if you just earn those TShares, if you just earned those TShares and then stake them and then still earned 300% more, it's a no-brainer. And now that there's no tax, it's even more of a no-brainer. But the big risk is that at some point they will unpeg themselves, and then you've got all the risk of being unpegged. So heads up on that. But this is something that I mean, look, we're doing it. We're doing it. So join us. Don't join us. It's your call.
Amazing. So your cash thing is sitting still on the round of 19%, Aaron? Because you know what I mean?
About 18%.
18%, great. So that's where the strategy will obviously work very much, guys. I am on all of these calls when these coins are about 50, 60% up. We're always taking a little bit of 20% profits. And that's just so that you have cash. So if there's ever big dips in the market, we all happy. Because then I can be working on new entries for us and we can all be stocking up on the coins that we've obviously missed. I saw there is an entry on RUNE. No, but entry on RUNE can come in the next week or so. Then I'll have an entry for you. So for now, we're going to buy the ones that are in the buy zones. So Enjin for me is fantastic. We're cashing Enjin very early, cup and handle breakouts. And you can see, I can see Enjin making its way up to $7, $8 the remainder of Q4. As a minimum, I do think it can go a lot more, but that's just off of my normal fib moves for now. And looking off the channel, it did show me that we can make our way to $10 to $14. But well, obviously, as we start to move, we will then work with you and help you with that. So right now, Enjin, make sure, guys, if you're watching this, doesn't matter what time frames, buy my zones, please. If it's gone already, be patient. Please buy in my zones. 1.95, 2.06, great buy for me for Enjin. I think Enjin's going to be great. When it gets to around 2.8, $3, I'm taking 20%, filling up a little bit of cash, and then looking for the next one. This one's really cheap for me right now. Bless you. Is FileCoin still super cheap in the buy zone for me right now, and we have a nice stop loss that's in the region of
Colombian flu on a Tuesday. Usually it's Monday when you have Colombian flu, and that's Tuesday today.
If you look at FileCoin, guys, FileCoin looks great. So this entry wise, we're catching it very, very cheap. It looks good, and you can see I've also set a TP for you guys. Free up some cash. And then as we progress, we will be lifting that stop loss up and minimizing risk. The next one that looks really good is Iota. Let's see over here. Let it just load up. Iota's still a buy for me. I was looking at the weekly stochastic RSI, and that's only crossed to the upward side. So Iota is good for me. There's your stop loss in play for now. This one's still in the buy zone for me. SXP. Not a coin that I keep for the long term, but for short term, it really makes good money. So I am seeing it go in the region of $3.5 to $4 on this next leg up. So this looks good for me. There's the stop loss in play for you guys. We are very, very cheap still. We're right at the bottom. So that's looking great for me as well. VET is one I was going to call, but it's sort of gone for now. And then we're looking at the big one, MATIC. I really feel like MATIC's getting ready to move. What do you think?
What do you mean getting ready to move? It already moved.
But to really move. So there's our buys, guys. You see how we're catching them? You see why you're just buying the damn zone and then let it make it easy. This is how we make it easy for you, because now you can take your stop loss. You can trail it a bit more up. You've minimized your risk, and you can allow it to now flow. So MATIC, you know, what's nice about MATIC and this is a quick little trick for you guys, is when you really want to narrow down onto a good entry, it is cool when you actually have many time frames showing you the same thing. So what's really nice about it is if we looked at, let's say, the 8-hour. The 8-hour was showing me the breakout of trend. The stochastic, let's have a look, was at the bottom of these regions as we test over there. So the 8-hour was showing me a breakout. Stochastic was at the bottom. That looks good for me, right? Then I jump to the daily. The daily, we had a cross in stochastic. We had a breakout of trend looking fantastic. I then go to the weekly. You see how the weekly has recently only just crossed the upward side and you're getting the breakout of trend. So when you're getting the 3 massive time frames that are all giving you the same indication, it's always a massive good buy. So it's really nice to make sure, remember, the higher time frame that you use for this analysis, the better. If you're running on weekly and dailies, you're really looking good. And that's just quite simple, even after using the stochastic. I've shown you guys before. If you just buy the weekly, you would have bought there. If you bought the time before that, look where you would have bought MATIC. You would have bought it all the way down there. So the higher time frames you use, the problem is in a bull cycle, everyone gets very jump around. I have to trade lots. I have to be in and out lots. And that's where they sort of catch you, where slowing it down. If I'm trading this coin right now, let me make sure it's healthy on the higher time frame. And if it's higher, if it's looking good on the weekly or the daily, you know that your 4-hour trades are going to be good because now you've zoomed out and the bigger picture is looking good for the actual coin. So MATIC, I still feel, has got a long way. I do think it can come back at any point to the region. If it does, to stock up between 1.65 and 1.73, anywhere there, I could stop up. And a stop loss around 1.4 for now, and we obviously progress as we move. But remember, I'm seeing MATIC make its way between $12 to $15. So I'm still seeing a 10x from MATIC in Q4. So I definitely think it's not one to miss out on.
Yeah. Let's just take me to Harmony 1. So the token symbol is 1, ONE. So I think as a channel, we missed this one. This one, it's a layer 1. It's a very good, very fast, very cheap layer 1. A lot of the other channels have been focusing on it. Social sentiment has been 100% up on Harmony 1. It kind of had a breakout yesterday. I'm getting a lot of people asking whether they should be buying Harmony 1.
No, I can't. No. It's just against my rules. You know what I mean? Possibly it does a phantom and it keeps going, but I have to buy it on a low RSI. I have to buy it on a pullback. I can't buy pumps.
Patience will be rewarded. Remember what we said. Also remember this market's been going up and up and up without a pullback for a long time. The leverage is starting to pick up in the market. Right now, start holding your cash. Start getting cash into your wallets to buy a dip. Take some of your profits on Harmony, take some of your profits on Fantom, take some of your profits on all the other ones that we've called, and hold it in cash and be patient. Patience will be rewarded.
I'm still calling Theta one of the biggest movers as well. I really think weekly it looks absolutely fantastic. So Theta for a little top-up zone I'll be adding, as well as T-Fuel. But that's it for now, buddy.
Here's our portfolio. Our portfolio is on 94,000. We started at 75,000. We do have some Theta. We have, but small exposure to Theta. We have $3,500 exposure to Theta. What do you think?
Looking there, I'm gonna give Doge like another day or two. Otherwise, it's wasting time there. It's just sitting there and doing nothing. So I don't know what you feel about Doge. We keep waiting for the pump.
No, just keep holding it. Keep holding it.
When is it gonna come? I don't know. But those coins are good. Cardano hasn't moved yet. Cardano is still one of my favorites right now that I'm adding to my long-term bags. Uni hasn't moved yet. DOT, I still feel the first month of November is going to be big. Fantom, we're going to allow that to ride as long as can be. Yeah, I'm still happy with that.
Okay, so let's not, sometimes the best trade is not to take a trade at all. Just patience.
Very happy with that.
Alrighty, so then I think that's it for now. We do have to give away MetaWars. So I had 5 MetaWars to give away, right? And I gave 2 to DullK6394. And DullK6394, I'm also giving you a 12-month free subscription to CoinPanel, which I will pay for because CoinPanel is actually not us. So I'll pay for a 12-month subscription for you, just for bringing this to our attention and as a bigger gesture to the community. Let us give away money to the community. We have to give money to the community. Well,
The vaccine has hurt me, eh?
The vaccine. So Sheldon got vaccinated because he wants to go to Lisbon, and they want vaccine certificates, right?
Yeah. My tracking device is in.
So how are you feeling?
Terrible.
Terrible. Take the medicine.
I really feel terrible. Yeah.
Take the medicine I gave you. But at least, oh wait, Lisbon, Banter party, Sunday night. I think it's Sunday the 7th. What date is the 7th in November? It's a Sunday the 7th. Yes, Sunday the 7th of November in Lisbon. There is a Banter party meetup. It's going to be limited to 300 people. We will be doing invites we'll be doing invites for the party this week and finalizing it. It's going to be amazing. So if you are going to be in Lisbon for the Solana conference, come meet us. Come get to spend time with us, and you'll even meet Fred in the flesh, but no photos allowed. No photos allowed. No photos allowed. But okay, Wahid, winner, $100 of MetaWars. Sarita Jupiter, give me time. Giveaway time, life changing. Let's go to super chats. We've neglected our super chats. Okay, one left to go. We have Change My Life, Uncle Run. That's from Lisa Martins. She said it twice. Love my fam. We have Junko Prani who says nothing. He just gives us a sticker. Great for you. Give me some love, Uncle Run. That's from Punes. We have Haya from Margaret River. We have a lot of super chats. Not many of them are saying anything. Okay, let's give away one more. Let's give it to Lisa. She tried really hard. Lisa. Let me find you again. Lisa Martins. You win yourself $100 worth of MetaWars. The IDO is happening on the 28th. It's going to do 50x. You're going to get $5,000. Then you're going to say, much appreciation. Do we have the much appreciation?
Much appreciation.
Alrighty, we will see you guys again. 10 a.m. EST. Until then, trade well, my friends. Tentino.
Yo.
Are we getting a masterclass today, Tentino? Do you think you could bless us?
I am ready for it, brother. I am so excited.
Are you going to bless us? Which masterclass are you doing today?
Trading View. It's time for them to learn how to draw these damn lines.
Big masterclass today. Much appreciation.